What's up? It's EnigmaHood. There's a woman named Paula Deen who is now embroiled in a racism controversy. I didn't know who she was before. Apparently she's on the Food Network and I think she does some cooking show on there. And this all started when a former employee of hers filed a lawsuit against her for discrimination because she was engaging in some discriminatory activities. I'm going to show you a clip from the Young Turks which pretty much explains all of it, so let's just watch that now.
Paula Deen was quoted in a deposition indicating that she used the N-word and other racial jokes that made fun of Jews and also black people. So the reason why we have a deposition in the first place is because she's being sued by a former employee, someone by the name of Lisa Jackson. She's a former Paula Deen Enterprises employee. And she's suing because she says that she was in an uncomfortable work environment because of some of the language that Paula and her brother used while at work.
Damn.
Okay, so according to the deposition, when asked if she wanted black men to play the roles of slaves at a wedding, she explained that she got the idea from a restaurant her and her husband dined at, saying the whole entire wait staff was middle-aged black men and they had on beautiful white jackets with a bow tie. And then she continued, I mean, it was really impressive. The restaurant represented a certain era in America after the Civil War, during the Civil War, before the Civil War. It was not only black men, it was black women. I would say they were slaves. And in this deposition, you know, the lawyer keeps asking her questions about the kind of language she used in the past. And in some ways, she seems like she's not really apologetic at all. She's unapologetic because of the fact that she grew up in the South. And she's like, look, in that time and in that context, it was acceptable. But it seems like she still uses that type of language today. At least that was the impression I got. You guys can read the full transcript. It's online. But, you know, she uses it in a joking way, and so since she uses it in jokes, it's acceptable.
Like what, the N-word?
Yes, so let me give you some examples. So the lawyer asks her, have you ever used the N-word yourself? She says, yes, of course. The lawyer asks, okay.
That's ballsy. Of course?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Lawyer asks, okay, in what context? And Dean says, well, it was probably when a black man burst into the bank that I was working at and put a gun to my head. The lawyer asks, okay, and what did you say? Well, I don't remember, but the gun was dancing all around my temple. I didn't feel real favorable toward him.
So that means she's totally admitting that she used it in a massively negative context. There's nothing joking about that. She's like, oh, gun in my head. Hey, what's up, man? I don't think that's the way she used it.
She was asked, well, did you use it? Or did you use the N-word to him as he pointed the gun in your head at your face? And she said, absolutely not. Well, then when did you use it? And Dean says, probably in telling my husband.
That's a million times worse. No, guilty, no question.
So then she was asked about her brother's activity, and here's what she had to say. The lawyer first asked her, are you aware of Mr. Ayers admitting that he engaged in racially and sexually inappropriate behavior in the workplace? She replies, I guess.
That's it, totally.
Okay, well, have you done anything about what you heard him admit to doing? And she said the following, my brother and I have had conversations. My brother is not a bad person. Do humans behave inappropriately? At times, yes. I don't know one person who has not. My brother is a good man. Have we told jokes? Have we said things that we should not have said that? Yes, we all have. We all have done that, every one of us.
So what is it that her brother was supposed to have said?
So just, you know, racially charged jokes.
Okay, so now you get the gist of what she did. Just recently, she has apologized in 3 videos. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the second video right now.
Hello, y'all. I'm Paula Deen. I was invited this morning to speak with Matt Lauer about a subject that has been very hurtful for a lot of people. And Matt, I have to say, I was physically not able this morning. The pain has been tremendous that I have caused to myself and to others. And so I'm taking this opportunity now that I've pulled myself together and am able to speak to offer an apology to those that I have hurt. I want people to understand that my family and I are not the kind of people that the press is wanting to say we are. I've spent the best of 24 years to help myself and others. Your color of your skin, your religion, your sexual preference does not matter to me, but it's what's in the heart, and my family and I try to live by that. And I am here to say I am so sorry. I was wrong. Yes, I've worked hard and I've made mistakes, but that is no excuse. And I offer my sincere apology to those that I have hurt, and I hope that you forgive me, because this comes from the deepest part of my heart, and I will continue to work and continue to do good things for good people.
Now the question is, should we forgive her? Now, the problem with this, with what she's doing, is that she's not actually apologizing because she felt like she did something wrong, even though she is obviously disturbed and is obviously upset. She's apologizing because she's suffering like she deserves, like all racists deserve to suffer. I always say this. People do not understand when they have done something wrong unless they suffer. That they don't realize that what they're doing is wrong because they haven't suffered properly yet. Now, she's not apologizing because she actually felt like she did something wrong. She's apologizing because she's suffering. And she's been getting a lot of flack. I don't know what Food Network's going to do with her. I hope they fire her and cancel her show, because I don't care what kind of sob story she gives. That's not important. If she really, truly was apologetic and realized that what she did was wrong, she would have apologized to the girl that she discriminated against. I'm assuming it's a girl. It might be a guy. I don't know. That's not important here. What is important is that she only did this when it became public, when this news story broke out and everyone found out about it and shamed her properly. Now, an influx of racists on the internet are coming to her aid and going to the Young Turks video. If you go to the Young Turks video, there's an influx of racists there. They're all going to that video and doing racism apologetics, trying to say, oh no, she's protected by freedom of speech and shit like that. Yeah, so are we. And we have the right and the freedom to oppose bigotry and hatred. It is wrong to be tolerant of intolerance. There's no fucking way I'm ever going to just let that go. And I'm not going to forgive her. She deserves to suffer. She needs to continue suffering for what she has done. This is not just over the course of like a couple of days or just one stupid mess up. She was using excuses like her age. Oh, since I'm old, that means I get to be racist. No, you don't. Racism is always immoral. The morality we have today wasn't different back then. It was still the same, and what you were doing was deleterious to the human condition. Racism always is. Because you're trying to espouse the false ideology that you're better than everyone else, when in fact, you're just insecure with yourself. And the only way to make yourself feel better is to try and attack people, which again just reveals your own insecurities with yourself. That's why all these racists are hiding behind anonymous accounts and they don't have any videos to their name, they don't show their face, they just post anonymously. Because they know that if they were to try spout this kind of racist vitriol in real life, bad things are gonna happen. You know all the shit that's happening with this woman now? Yeah, it's like that. Shame these racists. Do not let them get away with them. Shame them as they deserve, as all racists deserve, because they must suffer for their crimes. This is EnigmaHood signing off.